Alright, so the prompt for today is drip. And, oh god, I spent a lot of time thinking about this one. And I had a lot of ideas like dripping blood and that kind of a thing. I don't know. But I didn't really like any of them. And then I finally thought about, I think I was watching Practical Magic. I think there's a scene in there where she's using sealing wax on a letter. And it made me think, oh, I have some sealing wax in a drawer. That could be interesting to work with. The funny thing is, though, is that I have had it. Here's some of it. Here's one of the stamps. I've had it all sitting in drawers for like, ever since I was a kid, probably. It's been a really long time. And I've never used it. And I had really bad asthma for a long time, so I never used anything that required burning or smoke or anything because I was probably going to flare up. So I had this and I was like, oh, I should do a picture with sealing wax. And then I was like, I don't really know how to use it. So Bill and I sat down with a camera and spent a long time figuring out how that worked. And I was able to get some cool photos using it. So I'll show you the photo here. So this is the photo we eventually got. It's nice to be with a guy who's really good at photography, right? Yeah. So we did get the sealing wax to work on the first try. I was pretty happy about that. And I think it's going to be fun. So for this, I'm going to use dip pen and ink wash. And you've noticed I've toned the paper beforehand. I just kind of feel like I want it to have like a warmer look to it. So, and then I'll use probably this pen to do some white highlights at the end. Alright, I did a couple layers of the white highlight, especially in here because I really wanted it to pop. And I went in a couple places and just add a little bit more shading to give it a little bit more of that 3D look. But I had more time constraints today, so I didn't have time to sit there and like really obsess over everything, but I think it turned out pretty cool. And I also just couldn't resist adding a little drip of ink right here because you can't have the word be drip and not have a drip somewhere. So I wanted to add more and then I was like, oh, I'm just going to mess it up. So yeah, not bad for being strapped for time, I think.